He laughed in my face while signing our divorce papers. He thought the entire situation was a joke. He had no idea what was coming. But when the judge read out my net worth in court, the room went silent, and so did he. My name is Claire Mitchell. I'm 36 years old, and I've spent the last decade quietly building a life most people wouldn't see coming. I wasn't flashy. I didn't brag. I just worked. And I built everything from the ground up. My ex-husband, Ryan, was the opposite. Outgoing, loud. The kind of guy who made friends easily and left responsibilities behind just as fast. He was charming when I met him. Everyone liked him. He made people laugh. But over time, I learned the difference between charm and character. I was working full-time in finance when we got married. Ryan bounced between dreams. A failed startup, a podcast, a cryptocurrency scheme that lasted 3 weeks. I supported him through all of it. I paid the bills. I covered rent. I handled everything. He said he'd find his passion eventually. I waited for years, but what hurt the most wasn't the money. It was the way he looked at me, like I was boring, like I was just background noise in his story. He used to joke about me in front of our friends. He'd say things like, "Claire could budget a vacation down to the minute, but she doesn't know how to have fun." Everyone laughed. I laughed too, but inside I was crumbling. And then I found the messages. He was texting another woman. Her name was Haley. She worked at his gym. The messages weren't just flirty. They were mean. He called me robotic, said I had no soul, no passion. Just numbers. When I confronted him, he shrugged, told me I was overreacting, that I was too emotional, that I needed to loosen up. That night, I didn't cry, I didn't scream. I just sat there and stared at the wall. Then I got up, walked to my desk, opened my laptop, and started planning. I reached out to an attorney the next morning. Her name was Ms. Dawson. Smart, focused, direct. We filed the divorce papers within a week. When Ryan got served, he laughed. Actually laughed. He thought I was bluffing. He told me, "You think you're going to come out ahead." I made this marriage work. I didn't respond. I didn't need to. Because Ryan didn't know the truth. He didn't know about the rental properties I bought before we got married. 3 of them, all in my name. He didn't know about the investment accounts under my maiden name. He didn't know that my consulting side hustle had grown into a 6-figure business. He didn't know that the art I collected over the years was worth nearly $500,000. He didn't know because he never asked. He was too busy laughing. Then came the court date. The courtroom was cold. Marble floors, wood benches, the kind of space that makes you sit up straighter without realizing it. Judge Harper sat at the front, flipping through our case file. Ryan walked in like he was starring in a movie. He wore a navy suit, smiling, confident. He sat next to his attorney like this was just a formality. I sat next to Ms. Dawson. My folders were stacked neatly, labeled, verified. Judge Harper began reading the financial disclosures. Ryan leaned back in his seat, arms crossed, still smiling. Then she said the number. Claire Mitchell's net worth is approximately $2.4 million. The room went still. Ryan leaned forward. His smile vanished. He turned to his lawyer, whispered something. The lawyer just shook his head. Ryan looked directly at me. His eyes were wide, confused, angry, hurt. He said, "That can't be right, Ms." Dawson responded calmly. "Your Honor, all assets have been verified and disclosed per court requirements." Then came the final blow. Judge Harper reminded him of the prenup, the one he insisted on before the wedding, the one that protected all assets owned prior to the marriage. Ryan had nothing to claim. When the session ended, he followed me into the hallway. He looked pale. His voice was quiet. He asked, "Why didn't you tell me?" I looked at him and said, "Because you never asked." Then I walked away. I didn't gloat. I didn't smile. I didn't say another word. I just left. That silence. That was justice. I didn't need revenge. I didn't need a public scene. I just needed the truth to come out. And when it did, it spoke louder than any insult he ever threw at me. Ryan laughed at the beginning, but by the end, he wasn't laughing anymore, and me. I was finally free. If you've ever been made to feel invisible, or like your worth was a joke to someone else, remember this. Sometimes the best revenge is no revenge at all. It's just showing up, knowing your value, and letting the truth do the talking. If this story moved you, hit that like button. Share your own story in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more powerful stories of justice, redemption, and quiet strength. Because people may laugh at you today, but one day they might hear your name and remember the day they lost everything they took for granted.